Live streaming is not usually my thing, but I'm going to give this a go moving forward. And anyhow, for those that saw the latest videos, my 2021 Chevy Corvette C8 arrived in a couple days early. And I only drove it for about 15, 20 miles. But I got to say goodbye to my Scat Pack Charger. I'm going to miss this thing. It's been a good car to me. And love that growl of that engine. And got to say goodbye to that one. Because now I have got the new one here. So, good riddance to the Charger. Let's hear this one crank up. That is very impressive. Love. Let's hear. Okay, here it goes. Yeah, it's not very. Everyone, my first impression. So I'm a pretty big dude, but I heard as bad of a problem as someone that's like. I can tear. So I'm gonna put this here. Let's see how this is gonna do. Okay, well, impressions of this so far. I mean, I love the feel. It's kind of like you're in a like a jet cockpit. It has all the, I guess, the temperature controls are running along here. In fact, let me just take this out and just show it. So I'm just talking about it. So let me reverse this. Okay, so get this out of the way. So I got all the climate controls for driver and passenger. This is what pretty much what these buttons are. See the infotainment screen. Oh, gotta push the button. So kill that for now. Okay, so the menu here is pretty simple. I haven't really played with all of the customization yet, so it's still something I'm going to be needing to do. Let's see, settings, vehicle. So yeah, I've already watched a few videos on the different things you can customize in here, like the drive mode. There's like a Z mode, which obviously engine sound on that one is all the way up. I haven't even begun to set my mode yet on this. For the most part, I'm just driving in the touring mode for now. And you can see I've only driven this for 27 miles. So, yeah, you could change the drive modes here with this dial right here. And yeah, and then it's got a Z mode button here when you want to enable Z mode, and so yeah, it's pretty good. So first impressions is I love the red. At first, I was all my cars most of my life have been black on black, and when I put out a Facebook vote a couple months ago when I was going to do the order. And I just had red versus black, and red won that vote unanimously. It was, I believe it was like 20-something to 13 on that particular vote. Love the fact that the engine is just sitting right there, right over my shoulder. I love the little, little stingray details. In fact, I probably didn't show the door sills. If anyone tracks the C8 stuff, I guess they had a shipment issue where they lost the shipment of door sills. So there was a lot of orders that was going to be updated that they weren't able to get door sills, but mine had the sills. So, and I believe the high rear spoiler are back as an option, I believe, from what I've read. Rough her up. So, okay, so let's go ahead and take this thing for. I'm going to see if I can get this put back in here without that happening. All right. I'm not used to doing this streaming. I don't envision myself being someone that's going to stream for like hours on end. I know some people like to stream when they sleep. That still is quite bizarre to me. I'm never going to stream myself sleeping. It would have to be for charity. If I was going to stream myself sleeping, it would have to be something like for St. Jude's Research Hospital, or some major charity. That would be the only way I would ever live stream myself sleeping. That you could take that to the bank. But I do hope that with FormerlyME, I can share a little bit about how I'm trying to make myself the best version of myself every day. I hope that I can bring you guys into the gym with me. I do work out anywhere from 2 to 5 hours a day, 6-7 days a week. So I don't know how the music and copyright things work, because my gym does blare music all the time. So maybe on a second live today, I'll try to do another live while I'm working out. And so let's go for a drive. So there is little switches here that you press to drive, and it still says my door is open. Okay. And we are up. Oh, there's another important feature I got in this car, which is the front axle lift. Right now it's lowering. Hit it again to raise it. It takes a couple seconds. You can probably hear that noise. It's raising the front axle. So it raises about 2 inches. This is important if you want to get your car in and out of driveways without having the scraping sound. Just squeeze by my charger there. Get out of here without scraping. 3, 2, 1, and oh. No scrape. No scrape. All right, success. Lower that front axle down, and it will work. It's GPS enabled, so it will save the location and remember to raise and lower the car. I have not hit the option to start saving those coordinates yet, but I need to. All right. And we're off. So how's everybody out there? Let Tia drive it. Tia doesn't like to drive my Charger. She drove it one time, and it scared the bejesus out of her. We were on a road trip from Hot Springs, Arkansas, and on the way back I said, Tia, you're going to drive the Charger. And she white-knuckled it for a good 20-25 minutes on the interstate. It was cute. I actually posted that video on Facebook. Deport my... I know a lot of you are very fired up about my oldest daughter. As I said in my 15 minutes video, I'm moving on. I've shut that chapter down. I mean, again, feel free to comment. It's free internet, free society. But I'm choosing to ignore a lot of her negativity and just move forward. Let's see. Show the engine. I will in a minute. I'm driving right now, but it's just right there. So how's everybody doing today? Thanks for the good for you. Yeah. So, why don't people comment? What are your dream cars out there? So, for a little bit of backstory on the cars, I am actually getting a Tesla Roadster Founders Edition. I guess Elon has, with the Cybertruck, has been continuously pushed back production. I don't even know what the next estimated production time is for the Tesla Roadster. So my Charger was already approaching 4 years old, and I was like, I can't keep waiting another year, 2 years plus for the Tesla Roadster, because Lord knows when they're going to have the production is going to start on those. So I decided that I saw the C8. I got on the C8 bandwagon a little too late, to be honest. Once I started seeing the YouTube videos of everybody just going crazy over the new redesign, and then when I finally saw it, quarantine had hit, COVID had hit, production had stopped, and so I was talking to the dealership every day. I was talking to Billy at Buckaloo Chevy, like, man, you got to get me on the allotment list. You got to get me on the list. And he took care of me, got me on the list. This was ordered in, I believe, towards the end of October, and so it's less than 2.5 months later. So their production has really ramped up, and they're, I guess, got on top of it. I know they had a lot of people. I've heard stories of people that had to wait almost a year for their C8s. So for me, I had to wait probably about 90 days or less than 90 days to get mine. So yeah, Billy, Buckaloo Chevy, Billy, you're amazing. So he's the man. My dream car right now is the Tesla Roadster Founders Edition. I've heard speculation that Elon is going to put some like cold thrust propulsion system in it for handling and possibly speed gains on it. Who knows what the eventual end product will be. I mean, I hope they really go all out with it, and I don't mind waiting another 1 or 2 years, hence why I have the C8. So I plan to have this car for about 2 years or until the Roadster is built. So let's see, profession or business? Oh, good question. So one of my careers is I'm a cybersecurity expert. I am an executive in a company that basically solves complex national security problems. I do a lot of work for federal and defense space. I can't go into too much detail the type of work, but I'm a expert in 5 defense in-depth frameworks, multiple different disciplines, if you will, inside of cybersecurity. I've traveled the world. I've spoken at conferences and events globally. The last event I spoke at in person was the Texas Technology Summit. It was back in like January, February of 2020, right before the quarantines hit. The last virtual event I spoke at was one in India. It was, I think it was ISACA Asia CAX. I gave a presentation virtually. I'm not a big fan of virtual conferences because it kind of removes the aspect of having people that you can interact with. So, and then another career that a lot of people have a lot of comments. I'm an author. I have over 50 publications. Nonfiction, fiction, all kinds of books, some short, some long. I have won awards. The Magic Game Mathematica series has won, I believe, 8 awards, and sells globally. Okay, and then other than that, I have several websites. I mean, if you're asking, my profession, as an author writer, I have a website called moviewrongs.com, which is kind of my own personal. I like to watch movies, and I like to do my own review of the movie, how I can improve the story and the writing of the movie, so I kind of focus more on the story. And so moviewrongs.com is my movie review site. Another site of mine, Jim West Author, is my author website. MagicGameMathematica.com is the Magic Game Mathematica series website. FormerlyME is, of course, the website that's for this YouTube channel. So FormerlyME.com is the website for FormerlyME. And then another website I started actually during quarantine, I'm really proud of, is TopCyberPro.com. TopCyberPro.com, it got inspired. I had a friend of mine who had lost her job in the Houston area during quarantine, and the shutdown took a real big hit in the energy sector. And a lot of folks were out of work. A lot of layoffs happened. A lot of people lost their jobs. and so she fell victim to that, and so she was looking into getting into cybersecurity, and so there was a course offered by a university in the area. I don't want to drop their name, but they're despicable for what they were trying to do. They were trying to charge for, I believe it was a 12-week virtual course. I think it was like $12,000 for this course. And at the time, when you finish this course, you get a lot of online labs, and there's some instruction and education involved. But $12,000 later, you just get a certificate of completion. You don't get any kind of real certifications like a CISSP, Security Plus. Like, you don't get a certification. So you can take this piece of paper and get what job with it? You're not going to get any job with this. And this university was charging this much money. So she sent it to me because she was about to get a bank loan to pay them. And I said, don't do it. You'd be better off taking like a boot camp somewhere, paying like $5,000-$6,000 for a boot camp, and then ending up with a certification, because at least with a certification you can get a job. And anybody that knows anything about IT cybersecurity, certifications are king. You know, most jobs there's a requirement to get the job. So luckily she asked me about it before she spent her money and got a loan, and went into a little bit of debt trying to transition her career, because a lot of folks they were without work. So Top Cyber Pro, I started that site. I took one of my books that's a best-selling book on Amazon that actually helps people pass their certifications, cybersecurity test tips and methods, and I took that, made some master classes on it, created a member zone. I think our yearly annual membership is like $500, something like that. So, I mean, extremely reasonable compared to what universities and other higher educational systems are packaging and trying to sell people on. And quite frankly, if it's a program of study that does not include a real certification, like a cybersecurity certification in it, then to me it doesn't have a lot of value. So that's going to wrap up the profession talks. Let me see. I got to drive at the same time, so I can't really be looking at the chat. But bar content. Okay, so I'm not going to be hitting the bar up. What car is that? It is a 2021 Corvette C8. It's mid-engine. The engine's like right there. Ratch. Okay. Is ratch like wretched, or is it supposed to be like someone saying rich, but like stupidly saying rich? Can someone really confirm that real fast with me? Ratch. Because I see that a lot. I see people like going ratch. Used Ferrari instead of Corvette. It's poverty words. Oh, okay, I don't need to ask her what that is. I mean, I've a lot of people have forwarded me some clips and etc. I think the most hilarious one, I don't want to really comment, but the one I find the most absurd is talented. I had a lot of people sending me that yesterday. Talented. I mean, I guess if you say it enough times and loud enough and with different voices, it makes it true. Is that how the internet works? Is that how live streaming works? If you say it enough, often enough, you believe it yourself, other people will believe it too. Maybe that's how it works nowadays, but I think real talented people don't have to go around saying how talented they are. I think actions are louder than words, or actions speak louder than words, rather. So, yeah, I think for real talented people out there, you don't have to say you're talented. So that's my rant on that. Let's see. Go to the bar and get one. Okay. So it's a partially cloudy day here up in the Woodlands. I wish it was a little bit more sunnier, but this will have to do. Go to the bar. All right. You're winning. You're smartest guy. So, yes. All right. So I asked earlier, but I didn't see anybody post. What's your dream car? Let's talk dream cars. If you could have any car on the planet, what would it be? Let's do something more interesting than like Bugattis or Ferraris or Lambos. Let's do something. Do you own a guy? No, I do not own that mask. I have noticed that a lot of cars slow down around me. A lot of people are, this is a very eye-catching car. You can see, like, that person didn't want to let me get over. They were eyeballing pretty hard. What else got here? Go for personality. Actually, I go for intelligence. If we're referring to women, number one for me is intelligence, because as you get older, I'm getting older, looks do fade, but intelligence, man, find you a person. For all the guys out there, I'm going to give you some good advice right now. Find you a partner, whether your orientation is, find you a partner that you can, like, life is filled with a lot of mundane moments, like just in-between moments. Like right now, I'm just driving to the gym. Life is filled with, there's a joke like life is all about moving from one line to another, and in a way it's kind of true if you think about it. But life is filled with all these little in-between moments of driving here, going here. Because when people want to think about big events like weddings, funerals, births of a baby, big milestone events, those happen, they're brief. They're like a little blip on your life's radar. But the in-between moments is really where it's at, because that's where you spend most of your time. So what I always tell people when I'm giving relationship advice is find yourself a partner that you could be in all day at Disney in the lines with, because that's what Disney is, right? Disney's constantly waiting in one line after another just for a 30 to 40 second ride, right? That's a great way to look at life. Life has all those big moments, which is the ride, which is short-lived, but there's a lot of waiting in lines. Find someone that you can wait in a line with, and time passes by effortlessly. You find someone like that, you got a winner, and you're lucky. So that's my relationship advice there. GT 500 Shell Ford Mustang. I see 911. So why the Ford? I've never been a Ford fan, so try to convince. I see Honda Civic. Was that 88 Honda Civic? I'm sorry, I'm driving. It's going by really fast. So GT 500. Aston Martins look nice. What if she beats you? I don't know who you're talking about beating me, but if you mean in physical, I'm 6'4", a solid 290 pounds. I've trained in 3 martial arts, so I can take care of myself. 98. I'm reading a 98 Honda Civic. What about a 98 Honda Civic? Is it your dream car? I mean, I just want to know. Corvettes are a wife. Nissan GTR. I want the Honda person to just kind of explain. I want. There's got to be a story behind that Honda Civic. Oh, just so y'all know, if you ever get a new C8, there's a smell from the engine. As the dealer told me, the paint is burning off of the engine. So it's only been less than 24 hours, and I can smell it. It's not super putrid, but it is. It's definitely noticeable, so I'm hoping that in another day or two that kind of dissipates and goes away. So did the Civic person respond? For the Civic person, I'm going to rewatch this later, and if you did give me an explanation, I will comment later on it. I'll comment for you later. Datsun 510, now I don't even know what that looks like, but that's definitely unique. Military Jeep, okay. Audi RS7. RS7 is that's not the Iron Man car, is it? I thought that was an RS8. Thank you for the compliment. It is an awesome car. AMG. I'm going to say something. Before the Tesla Roadster, my dream car before it was the Mercedes AMG SLS with the gold wing doors. That would have been the only car I would have got in silver instead of black. That would be the only exception, because every car I'm going to get from now on is going to be black, but the gold wing doors were fine on that car. Let's see, call Casey for car talk. Let's see, 98 Honda Civic. It's going by so fast, man. This is hard to actually try to keep up with a live chat and drive, because heaven forbid I have a freaking accident. first get this car. It's kind of like, I guess an allure of watching someone live stream while they're driving. I guess it would be like, if they have an accident, you catch it on a live stream. Wouldn't that be epic? I'm pretty sure there's someone out there on YouTube, or several people that have had an accident. In fact, now that I think about it, I think I've seen videos of that where people were live streaming being stupid and they had an accident. So definitely don't want to have an accident. So 67 Buick, was that Riviera? Did I just see the word Riviera just pop up? Guys, those are some really, really unique choices for dream cars. I mean, you know, because when people would think, like I said earlier, I didn't want to hear Ferrari, Lamborghini, Bugatti, you know, all the Italian exotics. They're usually what the most people say. But I like that you guys got some real unique choices here. If I abused her entire life, okay. I keep saying I want to move on, but she's been to several doctors. She's been to several counselors and therapists. If anyone does any research on abuse, and as a child of abuse, abusers don't want you talking to nobody. They don't want you having friends, going over friends' houses. They don't want you talking to nobody. I took her to doctor appointments. I took her to therapy. So, Fiat Multipla, Chevy Nova. Let's see. Let me get the going over here. I'm gonna have to hit the front axle lift as a thing. 70 Hemi Coda. That's a 70 Hemi Coda. Is that Dodge? Coda. McLaren F1. Yeah, McLarens are freaking gorgeous. Yeah, I hear on the McLaren. I'd take a McLaren, I think, over a Ferrari. I think front lift. Sorry guys, I'll slow down. So with the front lift, you got to be going under 35 miles per hour for it to activate, and it's rise. Okay, I made that bump. Yeah, I just don't. I can't wait till I get my first scrape. I know it's inevitable with any car. You're gonna have that scraping sound. For anybody that's from Austin, Texas has the worst driveways. They're almost like the equivalent of Houston curbs, but for their driveways. My Charger, which is by no means lowered or its factory, height, it's scraped everywhere horribly. I can only imagine somebody with a Lambo living in Austin must just be in hell. So, I mean, I love Austin, Texas. I love it's a pretty cool place, but the curbs there and the driveways and how much they've raised it above the street level, it's just horrible. Bugatti Demon. Yeah, Dodge Demon's a bad boy. Yeah, Dodge Demon again. Yeah. C8. I think it's a 2.9 second 0 to 60 because I know they rated it in the same speed as the supercars. I think Top Gear did a rating on it, and a couple of YouTube channels did some ratings on it. So I know one video I saw, the video that made me want the C8, they rated it, I think, like 3 or 4 on the list amongst like Porsche, Ferrari, and Lambo. I mean, it was just like, wow, if it's rated up with these supercars, I got to get one of these things. And so I forget who did it. If I find it later, I'll add their link into the description of this video once I find it. But there was someone that did a ranking. But I believe it's 2.9 seconds. I'd have to look at the specs again. 60 Chevy Impala. All right. Do the lift again. I love that it takes only 2 seconds for this lift to go. Ooh, don't scrape. Okay, didn't scrape. I'm in a parking lot that has all these dips for sewage drains, and so I'm now arriving at Legacy Barbell. Shout out to Legacy Barbell. Henry Walker at Legacy Barbell, the owner. I should probably add their link on the description, which I will. This is the gym I go to. A lot of great trainers at this gym. Gene Labrada, Jason Brown, who I just recently sponsored to go to Mr. Olympia. So FormerlyME actually sponsored a IFBB Pro professional bodybuilder. He qualified. He went to Orlando back in December, and then I think he placed 14th in the world. He was in the classic physique. I'm gonna horribly back this car up. wasn't paying attention. So Corvette, formerly, what did you say about the Corvette? What did Tia? What did Tia think of the Corvette? Oh, she thinks it's fine. She loves it. she was like, it looks like a Ferrari. I said, yeah, they kind of did a lot of design lines on this. So, you know, there's a couple of images and a YouTube video about comparing the C8 to the F8, and I definitely can concur that there's a lot of similarities into the lines on this car. I'm just backing this thing up right now. Right, push the bar. Hold on 1 second, I got some. Hey, how you doing, man? I'm doing great. Yeah, I'm actually on a live stream right now, so I'll be out in just a second. So, all right. So yeah, I had someone from the gym. So one of the things I don't know what the what's the custom or the procedure for, like, if someone else walks into your live stream. I have this rule of thumb, like, I should respect people's privacy. So, like, they should know, hey, I'm on a live stream, so that if they keep talking to me or keep engaging with me, they know that that's them consenting to be on the live stream. And I think that sounds reasonable. If anyone has better information, by all means, put it in the chat. But yeah, I definitely want, you know, to let people know if they're going to be on camera. So, good car, Regera. Respect for reason. Thank you. Good rule of thumb. Yeah, I just don't want people to be filmed without their consent. Privacy is a big deal. I mean, we all have a right to privacy. So, all right. So it's public, so most streamers just put them on anyway. Yeah, I see that, but I just think it's just I'm kind of old school. You know, be courteous to others. You know, it's the golden rule. I still think no matter what the law says, there's still the golden rule. The golden rule is do unto others as you have them do unto you. So I would like it if someone say, hey, I'm on a live stream, and then I'd be like, okay, I'm cool with that. So about to get my driver's license soon. I don't know which car you should get. Depending on your situation, I mean, you know, if you're about to get your driver's license, man, there's so many choices. I mean, back when I first started driving, I wish I could have. If I would have had a C8, I would have probably wrapped it around a tree. I'm not gonna lie. So I think maybe sometimes it's good that I didn't have a lot of money when I was younger, because I definitely would have I'd probably be dead right now. Honestly, if I had. Oh goodness. Rev it up. All right, so I'm gonna do a rev up for you guys, and then I'm gonna wrap this up. 98 Honda Civic. All right. Oh, someone asked earlier about seeing the engine. So here we go. I'm going to rev it up for you guys. All right. Show the engine. All right, so let me step out this bad boy and do another walk around for you guys. But yeah, first impressions of the car. It is definitely well made, well put together. The sound system is incredible in this. I love the red leather. A lot of comments, people were talking about it looked like Kit from Knight Rider. That is the exact look I was going for with getting the black rims on this thing. I mean, it looks just like Kit from Knight Rider. If anybody remembers the Knight Rider shows, right? So, oh, Flex. So, thank you. Yeah, it is a beautiful car. Yeah. So, let's do a little quick. Let's see. Let me reverse this. All right. So here we go. And just like Kit from Knight Rider, I love that guy commented that. I did respond to him and said, yes, that's exactly the look I was going for. And so it doesn't matter that that's a template. I have vanity plates on the way. Let me pop the back. Get my keys. 1 second. Sorry about the camera positioning. Let's see if I can pop this trunk. There it is. I didn't get the carbon fiber appearance kit. I didn't feel it was worth that. I'm pretty sure there'll be some nice aftermarket stuff come out. Yeah, so I might put like some lighting. Probably be the only thing I add in here. And then the front, or the frunk, I guess this is called. It's not going to let me open it while it's running. Maybe. There it goes. Got to press and hold it because I had to fix that frunk issue. So I got like my towel enclosed for the gym, and I got a little ice chest in here for the gym. So so yeah, first impressions. It is a sweet, slick looking car. Again, I don't want to say that Chevy, that Corvette took a lot of design influence from Ferrari, but I mean, when you do the side-by-side comparisons, it's very what I would say uncanny in the styling, very uncanny, and in fact, like even the way it kind of swoops in the back. Let me shut this. And now what I like about this, you just push it down, and it does it the rest of the way. But yeah, if you see these little lines here, it's like so much like the F8. It's ridiculous. So, all right, just back around. So, thanks for all the support and great comments, guys. Thanks for engaging me on the car talk with your dream cars. I will go back through this later, and I do want to respond to people talking about their dream cars, especially that Honda Civic guy. I still hope that you put kind of why that's your dream car, because that definitely caught my eye and interest. So I'm about to go work out. Depending on how loud it is in the gym today, because they blare music all the time, I might decide to throw up another live today. So if you guys really want to see me work out, I work out, depends on my energy level, but I work out anywhere from 2 to 5 hours. So I can't imagine anyone wanting to watch me sweat and work out for any amount of time, really. I think it wouldn't be exciting, but I will do one just to see if that's something you guys want to see. But anyhow, my first impressions is I wish I had more thumbs. I wish I had more thumbs for this car. I'd definitely give it more thumbs up if I had more hands. Dave Chappelle joke reference there for those that know that. I think it was the Prince True Hollywood Stories episode, which is hilarious. But it's like, I wish I had more hands. But I'd give it more thumbs up if I could. This car is super slick. So thanks everybody for the support and the kind words and kind comments. And I will definitely look at the comments and try to comment later on this video. I'm going to go work out now. So with that, that's been Formerly Me.